Today's assignment is to review my comments on your SMART goal and then revise and refine your SMART goal. And I am making this video on a Sunday morning looking like a garbage gremlin to make a point. The point is that I know my meetings are at 9 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock in the morning, but I don't care how you show up as long as you show up, okay? So here I am. I believe in you and that you can get out of bed at 8:45 and get to a JAG Live. All right. So I am taking the liberty of using Trinity's SMART goal because she and I went over it together on Friday, and she was kind enough to allow me to use it for a video once already for contemporary literature class. So Trinity, I hope you don't mind that I use it again for English class. You are very open and I appreciate that. So when Trinity and I went and looked at her goal together, what I did was I made some suggestions and I talked with her about some of those suggestions because we were live at the time, which is one of the benefits of being on the live meetings. And I also made comments off to the side of her goal. Okay. And I made suggestions. Anything in green is something that I typed as a suggestion. So if we can just look at what the suggestions were for Trinity. What I want you guys to do is you're going to go back into your original SMART goal. You're going to read my comments and my suggestions, and you are going to revise your SMART goal, and you're going to turn it in again. Okay? So she said that she was setting this goal for 2 classes. She's in 2 of my classes. And I'm suggesting that she limit it to 1 of them because we want to make sure that we are being specific and keeping things small and simple. So she said she wanted to accomplish, she said, I crossed something out because it wasn't really relevant to her goal. This semester, I would like to try and get good grades in both of these classes without having to complete any missing work or having any missing work in general. So I think it just needs some adjustments to the way she wrote it, okay? The thing is this goal is not specific enough. She's going to need to reword that goal. So at the end of the day, it's going to have to be very specific. We'll get back to that in a minute. Measurable. She says, I will know when I have achieved this goal by the end of the semester. Okay, so that is measurable because she's given herself a time frame, but it could be far more measurable. So what I did, I asked her, what is the minimum grade that you want to get? And she said, a B. So we put a number on that. We said, I will have an 80% or better. And I said, okay, instead of doing the end of the semester, why don't you make it a smaller time frame? Because it's easier to do things in small chunks. So we decided that she would say by the end of the 3rd quarter. So one possible measurable goal for her, okay, because there's 2 possibilities here that I want her to consider. One is I will have an 80% or better by the end of the 3rd quarter in English or in contemporary literature. Yours is going to be in English if you're in my English class. Her other possibility, because she also said she didn't want to have missing work. I said, okay, 0 missing work is a great goal, but it's also kind of unachievable for most people, right? Because even I have bad days and I'm the teacher, right? There are some days where I just don't get all my stuff done because life happens. So to avoid setting yourself up to feel like you failed at the end, why don't you just say, I will have completed 95% or more of my work. So that way, if you get sick or if there's a family emergency or something like that, and there's 1 or 2 assignments that you've missed, give yourself a little freedom to say, hey, it's okay. Just like in the article of the week, I had you guys read this week. Okay, you need to learn to forgive yourself and not be so hard on yourself because sometimes people stumble. You just got to get back up on the wagon and keep going. All right. So her other possible goal is this. I will have completed 95% or more of my assignments by the end of the 3rd quarter. Honestly, knowing Trinity, I think that if she completes this goal here, completing 95% or more of her assignments, that it's going to naturally follow that she has a B or better by the end of the quarter. Okay. So give yourself one specific goal. Don't make it all these things all over the place. Make sure that there's numbers on it. Make sure there's a time limit. A, I want you guys to look at your actions. A lot of you haven't really written an action plan. So what she originally wrote was, I will look at all my work I have left to complete each day, and I will set it up so that each week I have all my assignments completed on time and when they are due. For example, I will complete all assignments that are due that day, no matter how frustrating they are to complete. All right, so these are actions. But what I'm asking her to do, and what I want you to do, is why don't you chunk them into a list of 2 or 3 things that you're going to do to make sure you achieve your goal? So one suggestion I made for her to change this up to make it a little easier to follow and a little more clear is, 1, I will work on contemporary lit or English for 45 minutes each morning at 10 a.m. Okay, so I'm suggesting to her that she work for 45 minutes at a specific time every day or on a specific day of the week, whatever she chooses. And I said 45 minutes because the human brain, at maximum for somebody your age, and this is probably pushing it, the human brain can last about 45 minutes of like work before it needs a break. So if you look at an hour and you give yourself 45 minutes worth of work time and then allow yourself about 10 or 15 minutes to go take a break, then your brain will stay more fresh during the day than if you sit and try to hammer everything out all at once. Okay? Take breaks. My suggestion, though, is that you make sure that you're taking a break doing something that won't send you down a rabbit hole of, oh, I never get back to my work. Okay? If you know that when you get on your phone and you start texting your boo, or you start, posting on Discord, or you start playing a video game, if you know that when you do that 3 hours later, you're going to be like, oops, I forgot what I was supposed to be doing, then don't choose that to be your break. In fact, I choose to do something a little bit physical when I take a break because your body needs to move, you guys, all right? So, I'm not saying don't text your friend or don't say hi to your boo or whatever. I'm saying you need to make sure that if you are chunking, that you give yourself only a 15-minute break and you get back to what you are doing, okay? All right, so then 2, I will come back later to complete anything still unfinished after that 45 minutes. And then 3, I said, okay, these are a couple of suggestions I have for you for specific actions you can take. Finish the list, Trinity. That's what I told her to do, and that's what she's going to do, just like what all you are going to do. R, realistic, relevant. She said, I know that I can actually achieve this goal because if other people can, then I certainly can. I'm not just putting a lot of effort, and that's why I haven't accomplished this goal before. So Trinity was, she was showing growth here because she's like, I know that I haven't putting in the effort that I need to. I know I can do this. I just have been slacking. So that's step 1 to any problem, is recognizing that you have the problem. All right? She's recognizing that she isn't putting in enough effort. She's going to forgive herself for not doing that in the past, and she's going to take steps toward improving her behavior so that she can do better in school. All right? And you guys, what we're learning about now, setting goals, forgiving ourselves, making schedules, these kinds of things, okay? You may say, why are we doing this in English class? I'm saying these are life goals, life skills that are way more important than learning about nouns and verbs. These are things that are going to help you be successful in English class and all of your other classes and in life in general, okay? These are really important skills. That's why we're doing them. R. So why is it relevant to her? Because she's recognizing it's something that she needs to do to improve. Not just in English or contemporary literature class, but she needs to improve in life so that she can do the things. All right? Life hacks. These are life hacks that I'm teaching you guys. All right? So I suggested she just change that to say I need to achieve my full potential and succeed in my classes. Period. Keep it simple. It's also realistic because knowing her, she certainly can achieve this grade. And knowing her, she certainly can achieve this percentage of work. Please don't ever set a goal of 100% for yourself, you guys. because then you become like obsessed with perfection and you fall short and you frustrate yourself and it's just not worth it. Okay? It's not worth it. Nobody's 100% all of the time. And that's okay. T, she wanted to meet the goal by the end of the semester. I am suggesting to her and to all of you that you shorten your time on your goal. Just make this a third quarter goal. Okay? All right, so all of that said, when you get back up here to what do I want to accomplish? I want you to do this right here in this space. I want you to make sure that you are specifically stating your entire SMART goal. So whatever it is that you wrote here on the first draft, I want you to rewrite your whole goal so that it includes the measurability and the time also. Such as, I will have an 80% or better by the end of the third quarter, period. I will have completed 95% or more of my assignments by the end of the third quarter, period. Make sure that your goal has the measurability and the time included in it when you write it here. Okay? Again, this goal should be specific to this class and this class only. If you want to set other goals for other classes, I think that's awesome, and you should do that. That's great. But for this assignment for this class, only this is it. This assignment is only for English class, the goal you want for this class only. Because a lot of you are like, I want to be a dancer, or you're like stating something that is not relevant to English class. Okay? That said, review what I've written, revise your assignment, and then go up to the top here where yours will say turn in or resubmit, and turn the assignment back in. And meet me tomorrow, Wednesday at 9 a.m. for Jaguar Live, because we are starting something new. We are starting raft writing, and I want you all to be there so that you can get the most out of this class and the most out of that assignment. And you'll have your assignment done by like 10 in the morning if you log in. All right? And I like seeing your faces because I miss you. So have a great rest of your day.